I come from the forest tradition, and it's often one of the things that's often said in many Dhamma talks is the Buddha was born in the forest, was enlightened in the forest, spent his life living in the forest, and passed away in the forest. So it's very much a theme within our lives and within the practice. The forest and the natural order, in many ways, Dhamma or Dharma is another word for nature. In the Thai language, the word for nature is Dhammachat, which comes from the Pali Dhammajati, born as a Dhamma. So it's like an actualization of Dhamma in the material world is the natural order. So it's very, very closely related in terms of preservation and ecological well-being. That's very much a part of our lives, or our focus of our work, trying to live in a way which is eco-friendly and supporting that. In the teachings, the Buddha talks about how if you places where they cut down a lot of the trees and the rainfall diminishes, there's a drought, and because of the drought people can't grow crops, and when they can't grow crops then they have famine and disease, and then fighting over the resources, and so that all of that comes from cutting down trees, and so caring for the environment, planting trees, looking after the environmental diversity, ecological diversity, is very, very important. Amaravati, not to blow our own trumpet, but we're trying to steadily replace these extremely energy inefficient old wooden buildings, the 80-year-old wooden buildings that are like a summer camp. Literally, they were a summer camp. They're built like a heating element for Hertfordshire, sort of maximum external surfaces to radiate heat into the world. Not by design, but they were a summer camp. They're just designed to be like scout huts that we've converted and fixed up, but we're slowly replacing these with passive house construction. So very eco-friendly, energy-saving buildings using air source heat pumps for heating. They have a very large percentage reduction of fossil fuel, and then solar panels, so that we're steadily replacing all of the old buildings with these, and we're just about to put up what is apparently the largest passive house construction in Britain, we are told. At least the architect hasn't built one. The architect hasn't built one so big. The construction company hasn't built one so big, and no one knows of anything larger. So it's a bit of an experiment for all of us. But we do feel quite strongly that we want Amaravati to be like an eco-village and a good example, and also to keep the energy bills down and to get off fossil fuels and to use the natural resources as well as we can, and that the air source heat pumps and solar power for the electricity is a very helpful way to go. Also, the degree to which Buddhist teachings can inform people in terms of consumption, having fewness of needs, not finding satisfaction through a massive consumption of goods, consumer products. I mean, the word consumer product is like consuming them is a part of their ethic, but to minimize consumption to what we need rather than what will just entertain us or what we like. That's also, I think, one of the things that Buddhism can contribute, that happiness doesn't have to come from consuming, but it can come from the sense of well-being that we have and we cultivate through mind training.